In recent news, it was announced that a Season 6 of the very popular show Outlander was in the works, and that the cast and crew are hard at work filming the new episodes. Season 5 of the show ended in the first half of 2020, and fans have been waiting anxiously for Season 6 ever since. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, however, the wait has lasted a little longer than usual, but fairly recently, more has been dropped to fans about the upcoming season. Stay tuned to hear more about this information. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Despite being only 12 episodes, Outlander Season 5 was jam-packed. So here's everything that happened for those who may need a refresher. Brianna and Roger were married in a lavish wedding at Fraser's Ridge. When Brianna learned that Stephen Bonnet was still alive, Jamie pretended to hunt for his godfather, Murtaugh Fitzgibbons, with the aid of Redcoat Lieutenant Hamilton Knox, even though he had no intentions of capturing him, much less killing him. Truth be told, Jamie's sympathies were actually on the side of the regulators, but Governor Tyrone threatened to take away Fraser's Ridge if Jamie didn't raise a militia to subdue the regulators. Claire learned that the medical advice she distributed using the pseudonym Dr. Rawlings, which is the name of the doctor on the medical chest that was a gift from Jamie, had gone far and wide, which put her life in jeopardy. Jocasta married Duncan Ines, even though her heart belonged to Murtaugh. The Redcoats and the regulators faced off at the Battle of Alamance. When a regulator tried to shoot Jamie, Murtaugh saved his life, only for one of Jamie's soldiers to shoot Murtaugh. Murtaugh died before Claire could try to work her medical magic. Roger was mistaken for a regulator and hanged by Governor Tyrone. Jamie and Claire had him cut down just in time, but he lost his singing voice. Young Ian returned from his time with the Mohawks, but was a changed man. Jamie was bitten by a venomous snake and extracted a promise from Roger to kill Stephen Bonnet in his stead if he died. Claire used every trick in her book to save Jamie's life. Brianna was abducted by Stephen Bonnet, who planned to sell her into white slavery, but Jamie, Roger, Claire, and Ian came to her rescue just in time. Stephen Bonnet was sentenced to death by drowning, which, not to mention, was his worst fear, and Brianna took pity on him and shot him before the water rose all the way. Claire was kidnapped and assaulted by a group of renegade men from Brownsville, forcing Jamie to gather a group of loyal men to rescue her. They managed to save her life, but not before she was sexually assaulted and abused. The hit Starz series Outlander was renewed for a 5th and 6th season way back in 2018. Although Outlander Season 6 doesn't have a release date yet, the 5th season ended in May of 2020, so it may be a bit of a wait until the 6th season. However, back in March of 2020, Outlander star Sam Heughan responded to a fan on Twitter that he had started reading Season 6 scripts, so at its earliest, Season 6 could premiere in late 2021. However, a 2022 premiere date is looking more and more likely. In other good news, ahead of the 6th season's debut, Outlander has already been renewed for Season 7 according to sources. The renewal announcement was made this year in March of 2021. The 7th season, along with the 6th, will consist of 12 episodes, similar to Season 5. There are still 3 additional Outlander books by Diana Gabaldon to explore: An Echo in the Bone, written in my own heart's blood, and the forthcoming Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. So it should be expected that the series will likely extend beyond Season 7. As many may know, initial plans for Season 6 filming were impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. In November of 2020, Heughan gave an update about the delay. "We have been delayed," he said in an interview. "We're supposed to start shooting by May, but we're gearing up. We've had fittings, we've got scripts, and we're getting there. It's just such an epic show, it's taking a while to get there, but we will be back for Season 6. On February 9th, 2021, it was announced that the production had started on Outlander Season 6, and the season is filming on location in Scotland. A behind-the-scenes video was released to give fans a look at the cast and crew back on set. This video revealed that the sets have indeed been built, the costumes have been fitted, and the props are in place. Everything is ready. The title for the Season 6 premiere is Echoes. A photo was released of Sam and Catriona in character on set. As of March 29th, the Outlander cast and crew were still filming Season 6. Outlander released a minute-long behind-the-scenes video teasing the upcoming 6th season. Catriona noted that the new things of Season 6 include the fisherfolk, the Christie family. Sam added, "The Christie family are kind of a blast from Jamie's past as well." Richard hinted at lots of new characters, lots of new relationships, and lots of potential drama. It's what Outlander does so well. Catriona also said that everyone's beginning to find their feet, but some are still struggling. Heughan noted that the theme of the season is there's a lot more turmoil. Catriona posted a sweet behind-the-scenes photo with Sam on the same day the video dropped. Back on the ridge, she captioned the photo. Heughan also opened up about how Season 6 filming was going in an interview from March this year. "We started in January and it's going well. Obviously, it's been tough with COVID protocols, but also the weather in Scotland has been pretty horrendous, he stated. The snow has been bad, but it feels like the spring is finally here. There's hope around the corner. With a new season comes some new faces. Sam Heughan, Catriona Balfe, Richard Rankin, and Sophie Skelton will be returning as Jamie Fraser, Claire Fraser, Roger Mackenzie, and Brianna Mackenzietto, along with many of the other Outlander stars, which include Lauren Lyle as Marsali, Caesar Domboy as Fergus, John Bell as young Ian, Caitlin O'Ryan as Lizzie, and Paul Gorman as Josiah and Kenzie Beardsley, who have all been pictured on the Season 6 set. But the stakes will be elevated once again for our favorite characters in the highly anticipated 6th season. New cast members will also be joining the show in the new season as stated, and we're talking about the Christie family, who the book readers will be very familiar with. Starz released the character descriptions for Tom Christie, played by Mark Lewis Jones, Alan Christie, played by Alexander Vlahos, and Malva Christie, played by Jessica Reynolds. Their characters were teased in 3 videos released on the Outlander Twitter account on March 19th. As stated, Tom Christie is a fellow Ardsmuir prisoner and devout Protestant who arrives on Fraser's Ridge seeking a place to settle, though not without some tension. Alan Christie is Tom's son and Malva's brother. Alan is highly protective of his family as they settle into this new environment. Alexander teased that Alan has a very dark history, but he's also trying to find his way in the world. He's come over to the settlers and to Fraser's Ridge to try and make a claim of a little bit of his own manhood. I guess trying to emulate his father, trying to follow in his father's footsteps. Malva is Tom's spirited daughter, who is captivated by Claire's work and modern thinking, getting her into trouble with her conservative father. Jessica Reynolds also notes in the behind-the-scenes video that Malva is kind of in awe of Claire. I think when she gets to the Ridge, she's heard so much about Jamie, and she expects him to kind of be the hero of her story, and then she sees the woman, and she's like, oh no, I'm more interested in that. We kind of start off with a very innocent, kind of eager to learn. She's got the world in front of her, and she thinks this is kind of her chance to blossom and become a woman, potentially like Claire. And then lots of stuff gets in the way. With all of that said, here's what's in store for this new season. Season 6 will likely explore more of the 6th Outlander book, A Breath of Snow and Ashes, and possibly an echo in the bone. The new season has been described as follows. The 6th season of Outlander sees a continuation of Claire and Jamie's fight to protect those they love, as they navigate the trials and tribulations of life in colonial America. Establishing a home in the new world is by no means an easy task, particularly in the wild backcountry of North Carolina, and perhaps most significantly, during a period of dramatic political upheaval. The Frasers strive to maintain peace and flourish within a society which, as Claire knows all too well, is unwittingly marching towards revolution. Against this backdrop, which indicates the birth of the new American nation, Claire and Jamie have built a home together at Fraser's Ridge. They must now defend this home, established on land granted to them by the Crown, not only from external forces, but also from the increasing disagreements and conflict in the community within their care. For the Frasers and their family, home is more than just the site where they live. It's the place where they are laying the foundations for the rest of their lives. It can be said that Season 6 explores what happens when there is disharmony and division among the residents of the home you've created. When you become an outsider, or an outlander, so to speak, poorly treated and rejected in your own home. With that said, that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching.